we're back. I removed all the product in my eyebrows and now we're going to get into the first method. Now this is a very quick, very easy, very simple. I use this a lot when I have to go maybe to the shops to buy something real quickly and then come back. If I don't want to have a full face of makeup, if I don't want to stress myself about makeup on that particular day, what I do is use this method and it just saves me a lot of time. So here's what you're gonna need: your spoolie or toothbrush, then your mascara. Waterproof mascara goes a long way, and concealer. Now the concealer part, a lot of you guys have been asking, what shade do I need to use for my eyebrows? People say I should use a lighter one, people say I should use a darker one. In my opinion, I suggest you use a concealer that is as close to your skin tone or skin color as possible. Because for some of you guys who normally don't even wear makeup when you go to work or school, but you do your eyebrows, then you definitely need a shade that is closer to your skin tone as possible, so that once you're done applying, when you blend it all out, it blends into your skin color, your skin tone, and then you pop on like a red lip or a nude lip or a lip gloss and you're good. If you don't have a concealer, you can use your foundation, guys. You really can use your foundation, especially if it's a full coverage or medium buildable coverage foundation. You can do that. If you are using the Hello Girl Pro Conceal Concealer, then you have this applicator with it. It comes with the applicator, therefore you don't need a brush. But if you are using a potted concealer or a concealer that does not have an applicator, you will need a brush, like a flat brush like this. I know it's dirty, I'm sorry, but a flat brush like this really comes in handy when you have to clean up under here. Okay, so don't use a fluffy brush to carve or define your eyebrows. Use a flat brush like this to do that. You can also use an angled brush like this one over here. You can use this to clean up your eyebrows if you need to. So those are the tools and products that you'll need for the first method. The brush. You need to brush up your eyebrows every single time because this separates the hair, and it also kind of gives you the shape of your eyebrow. Next, your mascara. Please lightly apply the mascara on the hair. Don't press too hard in order for you to leave like something like that. You don't want that. You do not want that. I'm gonna remove that. You need to lightly brush your eyebrows or the hair. Yes, lightly brush your eyebrows with the mascara like this. Lightly. You lightly brush them. If you feel like this is not enough, you can go in for more. I don't like to go in for more because then you end up with dark eyebrows, and dark eyebrows, if you don't have like super black hair, just doesn't make sense in my opinion. And then next you're going to take your concealer. What I like to do is to place it at the back of my hand like that. Just squeeze out a little bit like that. Flatten the applicator, the brush like this. Now what we're going to do is define, carve, clean up the eyebrow. Oh, one more thing, or one last thing that I actually forgot to mention that you need is a brush. You just need a fluffy brush that you're going to use to clean up or blend in the concealer or foundation that you used into your skin like this. So this is the first method done. Literally, there's nothing else you can do. Your eyebrows now look like this, which is a really good look in my opinion. Let's recap on this method. Mascara, waterproof. When you use a waterproof mascara, your eyebrows stay intact the entire day without moving, without smudging at all. So even if you sweat, even if you're running, your eyebrows are not going to be removed at all because it is waterproof. You get it? Sharp. Secondly, when you use your mascara, make sure that you lightly brush the product onto your eyebrows, because you can over apply, and when you over apply they become much darker than they're supposed to, and you're going to walk around with very dark eyebrows, and you don't want that, my dear. No, you don't. And then finally, concealer. Make sure the concealer is close to your skin color or tone. In that way, even after applying the concealer to correct, it looks a little bit something like this. You can tell there's a bit of product, but it's not insane. It's not crazy different. It's not too light, it's not white. It's just a good enough color. Okay, great. Now we move on to the second method. Again, you're gonna need your brush, spoolie, toothbrush, eyebrow pomade. I have this one from Beauty Treats. It's not black, it's a brown shade. Your concealer and or a flat brush. Let's clean up the canvas and get started. Okay, back to our canvas. I'm gonna use my spoolie, brush up the eyebrows. I'm going to dip into the product, and what I'm going to do is start outlining the top like so. I'm still going with the flow, going with the shape of my brow, and then down here. And then I'm going to start filling in. Upwards. I'm not doing this. I'm filling in upwards from bottom to top, bottom to top, bottom to top. And then I'm going to pick up a little bit more product, and then just from bottom to top draw a few lines, a few strokes like that. Okay, and then can continue to fill in where needed. And that's my eyebrow done. Looks easy, but the first few times you try it out, you might not get it right. So don't get tired of removing and starting again. That's why I need y'all to practice this while we are still in lockdown. You have enough time on your hands. Once that's done, I'm going to use my concealer, put it in the back of my hand. Once again, you just need to take out a little bit. You don't need a lot of concealer. Okay, so let me do this side with the applicator, and then the other side I will use the brush. Okay, I'm going to use the brush on this side. See, I realized that I made a mistake on this side. I carved my eyebrow way too much, so I'm going to go back in with my brush and bring back that extra line up here. There we go. Once again, I forgot the brush. You're gonna do exactly the same thing, which is just blend everything into your skin, or rather blend the concealer into your skin like that. And then we're gonna take the brush and brush the eyebrows out like that. And there you have it. This is the second method. Now moving on to the third and final method. This is a very time-consuming and detailed method, which I sometimes get right, sometimes get wrong. We'll see how it goes today. You will need a dark lip liner, dark brown, almost black. And if you don't have that, you can use your pomade, like the one that I have here, your spoolie, of course, toothbrush. You will need your angled brush if you're using the pomade, concealer, flat brush if necessary, and then you will need, of course, the blending brush. I will forget to mention it this time. The final thing that you will need, which is not necessary, but I love using it when I'm doing this method, is this Palladio Brow Obsessed Brow Building Mousse with fibers. Let's remove all of this and start on a clean slate. Okay, so back to our canvas. I'm gonna take the spoolie, brush up my eyebrows. Now, make sure that your pencil is properly sharpened. You need it to be as thin as you possibly can get it to be. The trick is to draw very thin, fine lines. It's like you're drawing one thin strand of hair on your eyebrow. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. It all depends on the type of pencil that you're using, if it's sharp enough. So if you are like me and you are trying your level best to improvise, then you need to take your sweet time with this one. Let's see what we can do with this lip liner. Same thing occurs on this side if you're using an angled brush. Just make sure that you flatten the top. You make sure that the top is nice and super thin. I always like to apply a bit of product onto the brush if I just washed it, but if it already has a bit of product in it, I just press the product up and then squeeze it at the top just to make sure that it has that very thin top, like that, flat and thin. Now I'll move on to the concealer. Take the brush and we're going to start cleaning up. And then let's move on to this side. Okay, and then we move on to blending the concealer into the skin. And then using the eyebrow mousse, okay, so this is the third method. This is the correct side. This is literally how you would want to get it done. It's very natural, but it takes time to create. I failed on this side because I used my pencil, not pencil, but eyebrow pomade, so it was going all over the place. Therefore, it's much more darker on this side instead of actually looking much more natural, but it's not that bad. And we're just gonna have to let it slide. Because I'm not starting it over again. I achieved it this side, and this is the example that I want to share with you guys. Okay, so this wraps up all three methods, and right now I just want to get into answering questions that you guys have sent through. I asked you guys what you would like to see or what you're struggling with when it comes to eyebrows on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do so right now. It's at Candy_K, Keigh. And yeah, I'm more interactive there. If you have any questions or struggles that you are facing when it comes to makeup application, send me those struggles on my Instagram. Just DM me and I will make sure that I answer or help you solve those struggles or problems in the videos that are yet to come. Okay, so let me answer the questions. The first question is, what shade of concealer should I use to clean or define my eyebrows? As I mentioned, you need to use a concealer that is closer to your skin tone or skin color as possible. Don't use a lighter concealer, don't use a darker concealer. We want to keep them clean and defined, but also looking natural as possible. So the concealer that you use should be a shade that is closer to your skin color or skin tone. If you don't have a concealer, you can always use your foundation, especially if your foundation is full coverage or it's a medium to buildable coverage foundation. You can use that and you're good to go. Second question is, how can I make my eyebrows look more natural? Okay, there are a few ways that you could prevent your eyebrows from looking too fake or too drawn or too dark. All of that comes down to the shade of product that you're using. If you're using an eyebrow pencil, you need to make sure that it is a brown shade, a dark brown shade, that's okay. Brown shade, that's also okay. Stay away from black eyebrow pencils. Stay away. It will not make your eyebrows look natural at all. Always go for a dark brown shade or a brown shade. Number two, when it comes to application, don't be heavy-handed. Do not press the pencil hard on your skin. Try by all means to lightly touch your skin or brows, or rather just stick to applying the product directly onto the hair on your eyebrows, not the skin. Number three, make sure that you are creating hair-like strokes with the product that you're using. If you're using a pencil, draw thin, short strokes from bottom to top and not a long line from the inner eyebrow to the outer, from the inner to the outer. So stay away from doing this. Rather just draw short, thin lines going up. In that way, your product is mimicking the hair on your eyebrows. The last question is, how do I shape or groom my eyebrows? In the beginning of the video, I showed you the simplest way for you to groom and shape your eyebrows at home. So that technique that I showed you guys has been used by makeup artists from a really long time, like literally years and years and years ago, and it really does work because now you are creating eyebrows that are perfect for your face structure and all of that. So my eyebrows will never look the same as yours, therefore don't try your level best to get eyebrows that look like mine. Try by all means to create eyebrows that are perfect for your face structure. So that technique should help you figure out the shape of your eyebrows. if you are afraid of grooming your own eyebrows, you can go to a professional to do that for you. There are a lot of professionals out there who just specialize on eyebrows, you know, microblading or tinting or threading. Just go to someone who can do it for you if you're afraid of doing it yourself. In my opinion, makeup application is a skill. So you have to continue learning more and practicing more in order for you to master that skill. So just because you didn't get it right the first time, it doesn't mean you need to give up. You need to continue trying. You need to continue practicing. If my methods don't work for you, try someone else's methods. Maybe someone else out there has an easier way of explaining or teaching you how to do this. But it doesn't really matter how many times you watch videos on YouTube. It doesn't matter how many times you get, you know, tutorials or lessons or whatever the case might be. If you're not practicing this at home or on your spare time, then you're not going to get it right. You just need to keep on trying, failing, doing it again, failing, doing it again. I don't get my eyebrows right every single day when I do them. Sometimes they just come out going crazy. I mean, look at my eyebrows right now. This one is perfect in my opinion, but this one over here just didn't want to cooperate. But I'm not going to fuss about it because at the end of the day, they look okay and I'm fine with it. Like they say, eyebrows are sisters, not identical twins. So don't try too hard to get them looking identical. They will never look identical, no matter how hard you try. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really hope that this video has been helpful to you and it has taught you a lot. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know if you have, you know, any questions that I haven't touched in this video. I will try my level best to answer the questions down there, or you can just leave me a heart just to thank me for all this information that I've given to you, because I really think it will be helpful. So leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Share this video with your friends. If you're a guy watching this and you're wondering why you're watching, I know, it's okay. But don't forget to share this with your sisters, with your girlfriend, or your friends out there who need to know how to do their eyebrows. If you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet, guys, it helps me a lot when you guys are subscribing. I would really appreciate it if you do. Help me grow this channel and join the family. With that said, I want to wish you guys love, joy, peace, happiness, and greatness, of course, but most importantly, blessings directly from above onto you and yours. Till we meet again in the next video, of course. Mwah. Goodbye.